everybody, welcome back to another video, the T on NPD and relationships. Hello everyone, to all of my new subscribers and new family members, hello and welcome. And to my tribe and family at large, listen y'all, welcome back. Thank you all so much for coming back and of course watching another video. Family, you know I'm always plugging our weekly live stream. This live stream happens typically on Friday nights around 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, unless otherwise specified. Sometimes I will push it to the Saturday after, the next day, just depending on my schedule on that Friday evening. I try to get in a little earlier so we can get our live stream in, but just to cover all bases, please y'all turn your notification bells on your YouTube, of course, and your Facebook platforms. Those are the platforms we're going live on, and you will get the notification. All right, y'all. And y'all know every time we drop a video on the channel, I'm always asking you, listen, the goal of the day is 2.1K plus on the likes. Y'all know if you rocks with your girl, y'all hit that like button, hit that. I want y'all to hit that like button for your girl, okay? Please, please, please. And thank you. Y'all want to talk about it? Pinned in the description below is the link to the new book. Okay, my first book, Collaborative Effort, Seduced by Satan. You don't want to miss it. Grab your book today. It is a page turner. It is a conversation piece. Y'all, this thing is based on a true story. This is not a fictional novel. Okay, this is based on a true story. Y'all know yours truly is going in on these birds on every chapter. Pick up your copy today. All right, you'll thank me later. And y'all know, let me tell you, let me go ahead and get this plug in too. Listen, y'all, we're super excited. We're coming for another round with our EDAC coaching program. Listen, we are excited. I would love for you and your testimony to be shown as well. Your journey, right? Your journey of how God is taking you from healing to wholeness to boldness. You saw my testimony on the video that I posted, y'all. I couldn't have done this without help. I had a therapist. I had a mentor / coach. She was actually sitting in a mentor position, but she coached me on so many different areas in my life as I was healing and moving forward. I want this very same thing for you. If you are ready to invest in your healing, meet us at the next EDAC interest meeting. Come ready to put your life back together. Allow God to do it. Okay, to put your life back together with me as your coach. I'd love to help you. And so, listen. Keep your ears open, eyes peeled for these new interest meetings that will be coming up in just a few short weeks. I'd love to see you in the program. All right, y'all, let's jump into the topic of this video. Let's get right to it. Let's get right to it. We're going to go ahead and get into it, y'all. We're going to talk about the narcissist actually prepares you for worship, not love. Yeah. These clowns are something else. That's what they actually prepare you for. Y'all remember in the love bomb, all of that showering you with compliments, and you thought, you were like, man, I found the perfect person. You thought it just couldn't get any better than what you had, what you were experiencing with that narcissist. I mean, every time you turn around, they're on your phone. Every time you turn around, they on your text message. Every time you turn around, they're on your email or something. Yeah, there's a method to the madness. And just in case you didn't know, that right there is abuse too. Yeah, it is. So the narcissist, how do they do this? Well, first of all, you need to understand, and I'm sure you're going to drop a comment below and talk about no amount of compliments or validation is never enough for a narcissist. Never. Okay? Now, how they prepare you for worship, not love, is because in the love bomb, they're showing you how they want you to act and respond by they'll do it first. And what we typically tend to do is reciprocate. Right? Especially those of us that have primarily may have had some trauma, may have not dealt with the trauma. We go from different ends of the spectrum. Some may be just need to deal with the trauma. go through some therapy or whatever, all the way to the other end where you have a toxic codependent. That's probably your worst one. You know what I'm saying? You're not necessarily a narcissist, but does have high narcissistic tendencies and traits because they need that supply of being needed. Okay, just like a narcissist does. But the only difference is that a toxic codependent does have empathy. A narcissist doesn't. But a narcissist prepares us for that. You know, you can't ever give them enough compliments. Listen, have y'all witnessed this? Whenever the narcissist did something nice for you in the relationship, man, it's like you were saying thank you for 2 years. You know, and every time you forget to say thank you for it in a day, and this was something that they probably did 2 years ago, they remind you of that very thing over and over again. Yeah, that's because you can't love a narcissist, fam. The only thing you can do if you want them in your life the only thing that you can do is worship them. How is it that you have to worship them? This is how they do it. It's through control. You have to basically agree to be under their control. Why do they feel like they want worship? Why can't you caring for them? First of all, you can't really love them if you don't love yourself. And the way that we endured this abuse and all of this craziness that they were shelling out to us, we had to know. I guess you found out in the end that, you know, just like I did, I really didn't love myself. You understand what I'm saying? But I bet you one thing, they better not try today. Not on this side of healing. You understand what I'm saying? Not on this side of healing. Oh, it's a whole different ball game now. But yeah, so that's what they want. They want that control. And see, the entities, those dark entities inside of them, they want to be worshipped. You know what I'm saying? Those dark entities that cause them to do all of that horrible stuff to you, in the abuse and all of that, they want to be worshipped. So what happens is when you're in the course of the manipulationship with the narcissist, you don't really realize that this is happening, because what they'll do is they'll give you tons of compliments. You know, when you do something initially, that's what they'll do until they start taking you through the devaluation stage. And then you don't hear about the compliments anymore. Basically, when you're going through the devaluation stage, everything that you do is bad. Nothing that you do can ever satisfy them. You cook bad. You look bad. You walk bad. Everything that they told you that was so wonderful about you now is so horrible about you, right? But on the flip side of that, they still want that control. And guess what? The other piece of that is they're telling you all of these things, but you feel like, why are you doing this? And you're trying harder and harder and harder to do kind things, to make them happy, and all of these different things, because you don't know what's going on. You don't even have a clue. You don't know what's going on. You don't know that you're involved in a demonic, oppressive, psychotic cycle that this mentally challenged individual is taking you through. Yeah, mentally challenged, because this is a whole disorder. Yeah, these clowns is all the way messed up and jacked up in the head. You see what I'm saying? You don't realize that that's what's happening. The whole time you still trying to get them that worship. You're still trying to validate them. You're still trying to tell them that you care about them, that you love them. You know, they don't want your love. They want you to worship them and have unconditional love and loyalty towards them while they treat you like trash. And while you allow them to control every part of who you are. That's what they want. Yeah, that's what they want. That part right there. Because I'm going to tell you something. When you're dealing with a disordered individual that don't know who they are, narcissists don't have a true identity. Did you know that? They are bits and pieces of all of the supply that they've had in the past. That's what you see when you're dealing with a narcissist. They're taking on characteristics that you gave them, characteristics that they've had from other supply, the DNA of their parents, because most of the time you see the narcissism in the parents, in one of the parents at least. You know, this is what they're doing. But they prepare you for this. You know, narcissists prepare you for worship, not love. This is how they do it. And so what ends up happening in the end is that you walk away from the relationship completely depleted because you can't worship something that is not a God. You understand what I'm saying? And because here's the thing, even all of the compliments and everything that you tried to pour into them still wasn't enough. That's why I said to you, you can't worship anything that's not God and feel fulfilled in that thing. You can't. There's no way. See, when you worship God, the fulfillment comes in the relationship, the true relationship that you have with him, with God, by way of Holy Spirit, right? That's what happens, right? But then with a narcissist, you are in a pseudo, what we call a pseudo or fake relationship, trying to worship a fake God, because that's literally what we're doing when we're pouring all of them compliments and nurturing and all of this crap onto them. We think it's love. It's idolatry, y'all. And idolatry leads you straight into idol worship. And that's just what you had with the narcissist. Because what did it return to you? Nothing. How did it fulfill you? It never did. That's how you know. It's idolatry. And all you can do with a person like that is idolize them. You can't love them. They want worship, not love. Remember that. All right, family? And they prepare you for it. Pay attention. Pay attention. Because when you pay attention, you will see the handwriting on the wall. When you pay attention and you allow God to really move and heal you in your life, Holy Spirit is the spirit of truth. It's going to bring that discernment, and it's going to show you how to discern the very hearts of men. Remember that. It's in the word. Read it. All right? So family, take really good care of yourselves, and I hope this helps you. Don't worship anybody but God, especially for those of us that are believers. No man is worthy of your worship. Neither can they ever fulfill you, or they can appreciate that. They're not designed for that. Remember that. All right? We are made to worship, not to be worshiped. I love you, family. Take really good care of yourselves, and I will see you all on the next video. And I will see you all healed and whole at the top. Shalom, family. Peace.